Instagram influencers have a myriad of uses. Maybe you're an e-com store and you're trying to drive traffic to your store. Maybe you're a personal brand, you want to grow with influencers. There are a ton of options for using influencers. On this video, we're going to cover how you find the right influencers and whether or not they are ripping you off on the price, aka are they worth it or not. My name is Anthony. I run an Instagram marketing agency and also run a 1 million follower network on Instagram. And I make videos like this to help you take your Instagram account from 0 to hero. So make sure you subscribe because this is the Instagram Hub. So this video comes from one of you guys who sent me a DM on Instagram with this question. This question comes from Eliahez. Hey Anthony, how can you find the right influencers that can make advertisements for your personal brand, and how can you calculate whether their prices are fair? Thank you for the question. If any of you guys have questions and you want to be on a video like this where you can get featured and get your question answered right here on this channel, then go ahead and follow my Instagram and shoot me a DM with your Instagram question, and you might be looking at your DM here on a future video. So, how do you find the right influencers that can make advertisements for your personal brand is what he asked. This could also be used, how do you find the right influencers to make advertisements for your Shopify store or for your repost page, for anything else? How do you use influencers in general? It's a general rule of thumb that you want to use. There's a few things that you need to look when you are selecting influencers. Now, the first thing that most people look at on an influencer is just the follower count. And maybe they'll go through and they'll see how many likes and comments they're getting. But a lot of people that are basically failing on Instagram, especially when they're trying to use influencers, and that they're just taking into account mainly the followers of the Instagram profile. And if they're a little smart, maybe they're taking into account the engagement rate. While that is the starting point, if your research ends there, if your research ends either after you look at the follower count or you look at the engagement rate, if that's where your research is ending, then more often than not, you're probably getting burned on more deals than you should. There are a lot of dead or fake Instagram pages out there that still actively sell repost pages because the truth is people just don't mind scamming people these days. That's why you have to do your due diligence and you have to make sure you're getting a good deal. Other things you want to look for on an Instagram influencer, other than the follower count and other than the engagement, is going to be the demographic of that page. What is the gender majority of the followers and what is the age range of the followers? This is going to be important because especially if you're a Shopify store or you're selling any type of product, if your main goal is monetization, then your product has a certain market that buys that. For example, if your page is an Instagram page that helps people like fix their credit or something, you don't exactly want teenagers. Now, vice versa, if you are a Shopify store that sells more so trendy clothing, then you don't want people probably over the age of like 30 following you. On the flip side, maybe you're a beauty influencer and you're promoting beauty products, so you need a more of a female audience. This is why if you're just stopping at follower count or engagement, you're going to get burned because you don't even know the type of follower that you're going to get. If you need majority female followers and then you're promoting on a majority male audience, you're not going to end up with the Instagram page that you really want to have. If you want followers that are over the age of 40, but then you're promoting on pages and those followers are mainly teenagers or young adults, you're not going to end up with the Instagram page that you ultimately want. Now, for the most case, none of this really matters. This really matters if you have a product that you need to sell in terms of what is the age range. If you're not selling a product and you don't plan on it, then the age range doesn't really matter as long as you're getting people who are targeted and interested in you. That is going to be the most important thing. But if you do sell products, or you're going to sell products in the future, take into account the age range of followers that you do want so that you could go ahead and actually sell to them in the future. Also remember that a lot of people lie about their age when signing up for Instagram, so numbers can be skewed in that way as well. Basically meaning a lot of Instagram users say they're over the age of 18, but they're really under the age of 18, so this could kind of skew basically the numbers for you. The next thing you're gonna wanna look for is the story views, especially if you're getting a story feature as well. Make sure the story is getting views, make sure people are active on it. Is this account getting DMs on a regular? I always look for, what is the amount of DMs these guys are getting on a daily basis. If they're getting a lot of DMs, that means that their profile itself is getting a lot of visits, and not only is it getting visits, but it's creating so much curiosity, so much interest that people are actually taking the time to DM the page for whatever reason that may be. In terms of how do you know the prices are fair, how much are you willing to spend on a follower? Are you getting an ROI off this follower? How much are you willing to spend to grow your Instagram? Is $1,000 for 1,000 followers worth it for you? That would be $1 per follower, probably not, but is $1,000 worth 5,000 followers? Is $1,000 worth 3,000 followers? That's where you start to put a price on what a follower is worth to you. If I had a whole monetization backend that was already running on my Instagram page, and for every follower I gain, I made $10, I wouldn't mind spending $1 per follower. Heck, I wouldn't mind spending $5 per follower, because even though that price is high, I'm still doubling my money on the back end. I will say most influencers are severely underpriced because they don't know your worth and never settle for the first price. Always negotiate because you can always bring them down some. But again, Instagram promotions are probably the cheapest promotions you can get anywhere. Try to promote your business anywhere else other than Instagram, and suddenly Instagram looks like the best place to do it. There's no such thing as set Instagram prices for what a 100K page will charge you for an Instagram shout out or feature, because each 100K page is completely different demographic, different build, different views, different everything, and there cannot be set rates. Therefore, everything must be up to you, up to the influencer, what the influencer has, what you have. It all has to basically go together, and you have to make a logical decision. So at the end of the day, it's what is it worth for you? And a ton of you guys have been asking me if I'm still giving away one-on-one coaching calls. The answer is yes. I'm still giving away one-on-one coaching calls. All you have to do, like I said before, is like this video, comment something thoughtful down below, and be subscribed to the YouTube channel. And I announce people on my Instagram story every single week. So make sure you're following my Instagram so you can see when you win. We've already had 3 winners, and one of those winners didn't even reach out. So it's super important that you're following the Instagram so that you actually know when you're selected. We announce every Sunday. With all that said, for any of you guys that want an A to Z Instagram training that's going to show you exactly how to go from scratch, get an account up and going, and make money from it, I will leave a training down below. It's quite lengthy, but it goes over literally everything. I like to say it is it's the last Instagram video that you will ever need in terms of growth or monetization. So make sure you check that out if you're struggling to grow on Instagram. Again, the link will be in the description. With all that said, hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you drop it a like. It truly helps me to grow the channel, get this out to more people, help more people, and educate more people about making money online with Instagram. Keep grinding, keep hustling, and I'll see you all on the next one.